It's a saga that's finally over. Welcome back to the channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and this afternoon's video is my thoughts on the official news that Stefano Utoikamanu will depart the West Tigers at season's end for 2024, and by 2025 it's expected he'll find a new club. So yeah, the news broke this morning that Stefano has told the Tigers that he is looking to leave the club by the end of the year. And where he's off to, no one knows yet, but obviously the speculated clubs after him are the Bulldogs and the Storm. There could be some other clubs there too, like Parramatta, South maybe could use him, or Dolphins, but I don't think he's going to move out of Sydney. But you know, I think Stefano's a good player on his day. It's a shame at the Tigers it hasn't worked out as well as what he might have hoped. But yeah, he's on the move, and I guess we'll see where he's off to. But before I get to the full video, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, as well as commenting your thoughts on the Stefano Utoikamanu situation. But yeah, it's a real mess. Where did it go wrong? So I just think after last year, there was a clip that had Stefano talking about how he wants to be a future captain of the Tigers and wants to be a leader in 5 years' time. Here's the clip.
I'm a leader for this team, and I don't talk a lot, but we definitely have a pretty young team. So I think 5 years from now, I'll probably be one of our leaders and maybe the main guy. Hopefully captain by then.
And that right there just showed that he is, you know, obviously keen to be a leader in the near future, but it won't be at the Tigers. And yeah, it's kind of funny looking back at it now, knowing that he's not going to be the Tigers, you know, captain ever. Probably not. But yeah, I think he's a good player. Like I said, he's a good player. But the last couple of weeks have proven that he's looking to leave. His attitude in terms of tackling and being in the game, yeah, looks invisible. It doesn't look like he wants to be out there. And that's why I think a change has to happen, because for Stefano's sake too, probably good to get out of his comfort zone and move somewhere else. Whether that's, you know, another Sydney club or whatever, which it should be. But you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, look, I think the Tigers obviously have ran out of patience with Stefano. I mean, they wanted to re-sign him and they did want to keep him, and so I do feel for the Tigers in some way, because obviously they're struggling, and you know, it puts a lot of players off, I guess, when the club's going really badly and they don't want to be around for much longer because of the state the club's in. And I think Stefano in the past has also mentioned that he wants to play finals footy, he wants to play grand finals and whatever. Well, at the Tigers, it's looking quite unlikely for some time. So, yeah, I don't blame Stefano for wanting to test his value elsewhere, because I do believe he can be a consistent rep player. But maybe at the Tigers, he just seems to not really, because he's at the Tigers, maybe that's why it's not really attractive for him to be a rep player and chosen in those teams. So at a bigger club like Melbourne or someone like that, he'll definitely get a bit more recognition because he'll change under that system. But yeah, it sucks though, because I think Tigers fans all wanted Steph to go really well. Him and Pole were supposed to be their future forwards, but looks like, yeah, Utoikamanu won't be there for much longer. But yeah, look, since he joined the club in 2021, he's been really good for them, I feel like. Like, he's progressed from a bench player to a starting player. He's played for the Blues, made his Blues debut last year. And he's played for Samoa too. That was also last year. So, look, he's definitely, and he's only 24, 23 as well. So he's definitely got the best part of footy in front of him. There's no doubt about that. But I guess, you know, if he wants to try and make it consistent in those rep levels with a bigger club, that will definitely get the best out of him to stay that sort of picture of being a full-time rep player. I don't blame him, but obviously it's tough for Tigers because, yeah, that's one of their prime front rowers and one of their, you know, best props at the club. So losing him's going to hurt the club heaps. Where will he go, and how does this affect the Tigers? Well, I reckon he's off to the Bulldogs, personally. I just think Bulldogs have a war chest of money still. It's crazy to think that they can fit all these players under the cap, but I guess, yeah, Gus finds his ways, and yeah, the rest is history, I guess you could say. But yeah, I think he'll go to the Bulldogs. I think Melbourne are a good chance too, if he wants to play finals every year, guaranteed. But yeah, it sounds like he wants to be in Sydney, based in Sydney. So I think Bulldogs are his best chance of yeah, staying in Sydney with that club. Parramatta might be a chance too, as that was his junior club, but don't know what the plan with Parramatta is, honestly. But yeah, I think Bulldogs will sign him. You watch, they've signed Tupanua, they've signed Tom Amone from the Super League, and now they could get Stefano. Gee, their forward pack's really stockpiling. You know, the Bulldogs already have a great back line, and their forward pack's looking even stronger. So Yeah, looking quite scary. The Dogs actually, I reckon in the near future if they did get Stefano, but yeah, I think Stefano will go to the Bulldogs, but we'll see what happens. A lot can change from today and the next couple of weeks because more can change. And then yeah, how does this affect the Tigers? I think the Tigers will be affected just a little bit because that is, as I said, their prime front rower and the best front rower at their club. I think he leads by example, and he's so dominant and so strong, and they'll lose that grunt through the middle without Stefano next year. But if you're a Tigers fan, don't give up hope just yet because Luai's coming, and that's one of the biggest ever signings, I reckon, Jerome Luai. I've seen people say it's not much of a signing. Well, when's the last time Tigers signed a 3-time premiership winning halve and a rep winner for the Blues and for the Samoan team? Like, he's done it all, Luai. He's only 27, 28, so 27. So, I think Tigers fans should not be too upset and panic just yet. I know Stefano's a huge loss, but the main positive is, though, Tigers do have a bit of money now to go and look for a good front rower. I think Shane Richardson is that guy who really looks for the players and talent, and knowing Richo's history, he always seems to get his man and seems to be really good at rebuilding squads. So that's why I think for Tigers' sake, they'll definitely be okay when Stefano does officially go. But yeah, whoever they do sign, it'll be interesting with that money they now have with him leaving. Yeah, it'll definitely be, I guess, one to watch who they do pick up. But yeah, I think Tigers will be fine. They're building towards something. Their juniors are definitely going to get better over time, and yeah, they've got a good crop of young players around too. So it's not the end of the world for the Tigers, but yeah, losing Stefano will definitely hurt them. But what's your whole thoughts on the situation? It's quite messy, I know, but yeah, we'll see how things do go in the next couple of weeks where Stefano does end up going. But thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below about your thoughts on the whole Stefano Utoikamanu situation. And yeah, do please drop a like and subscribe and sub to the channel and comment your thoughts yet again. But thank you for watching and have a good rest of the night.